So despite the lockdown, we've come down the unit. We're going to actually try and get some work done. Max has put an absolutely sterling effort in. He's already got the primer down. Prior to that, me and Gibbo and Max came down separately, social distancing, and ground the floor back down to bare concrete. So yeah, you're welcome. Here's another video.
Well, it's another day of the floor painting. Yesterday we ground out the floor and ground out the divots and filled them with a self-leveler concrete. Today we're going to grind the other half of the floor and flatten the freshly poured concrete down. We'll leave it a couple of days for the concrete to cure fully. It's only a couple of mils, so it shouldn't take too long. And then Monday, after this hot weekend we should be able to primer and then epoxy the floor. So I'll go in and show you what I've been up to.
So as you can see, take it round. This is where we got up to grinding. So we ground all that over there. I wonder if you can see. So it's quite fresh, the concrete. These are the divots we've filled up. So there's a few of them. So this here was an old pit, inspection pit that we filled a while ago. I tried a different colour concrete, and also this bit here is where we chopped out and poured new, thicker concrete for the ramps. So obviously we've got some more filled concrete holes over here. Well, to be fair, there's a few. And the only reason for that is to stop the epoxy filling them holes, which isn't really an issue. However, it's just to save on epoxy, because obviously it's an expensive thing, and the more you go in the holes, the less you will have to work around the rest of the floor. So like I say, so we've ground all this. So we just need to grind from sort of this line that way, and obviously we're doing half at a time. So then we'll do the other. We're going to tape off here and do the other half. Now I'm just going to show you the grinding disc we're using, because it's awesome. So obviously just a normal, average, everyday grinder, and this is the attachment. Now it's a diamond blade, and you can see it's fairly thick, and basically you just lay that flat onto the concrete and just off you go. It takes no time at all. What I have been doing is I've been putting in another one of these handles here, so I can literally sort of hold it like a motorbike, just be on my knees and you know, work my way across. It's obviously extremely dusty. You can see the dust pile up there. Can you see it? One of the shite camera loads. Anyway, yeah, so obviously we'll do that. We need a big clean up.
Welcome to primer day. The other lads kindly grinded the rest of the floor, filled up. It's cured for enough time now, I think. So what I've just done is hoovered up again, just for like the third time, just to make sure there's no more dust particles on the floor. I'm going to mask and tape around the ramp, just so we don't get paint on the ramp, and then go around the edges with the brush. You know, mix up the paint, go around with the brush, and then roll around all the primer. Leave it a day or two. Come back for the epoxy. I'll show you what the floor's like now. So I've got the primer mixed. What I'm going to do is the new bits of concrete where I think they're a bit more porous, so I'm going to paint them first, paint the rest of it, and then paint the porous bit again, just so it's got that bit of extra absorption there. So I'm going to go around with the brush, do the edges, and then crack on.
So, I don't know if you know much about epoxy in floors. If you don't, neither do I. So, we're in this together. It requires a bit of maths, this. So, behind the scenes, Max has had to work out what the square footage is to know exactly how many tins we're going to need. So we can spend a load of money, buy a load of tins and epoxy the floor. Now the benefits of epoxy, I suppose, is that it's a lot more hard wearing than just the paint that we bought off eBay last time. So fingers crossed, they should last a bit longer. Before anybody says anything, I know the beard's gone and I'm sad about it too, but it had to happen. Last tin. Feeling good, Max? Max has been inside, he's done fantastically. Me and Gubbo mixed all the epoxy, only powder coating. Obviously we've now got a load of tins that we've got to dispose of, but the floor looks fantastic. So the plan is to move everything over from the left hand side of the unit where the Volvo and the Civic is. Once that's dry, obviously, over that side, and we'll grind the floor on this side. Repeat the process. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you've watched all the way through, I know it's been a long time since we posted a video, that's my fault. There's going to be some wrapping of carbon bits coming up. Max has just got a new ECU for the Volvo, so that's coming up. There's going to be loads of stuff to do, so stick around. Thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and stay safe. Don't drive like a knob.